beautifuls, I'm Just Jackie is here, and I am super excited about this video because y'all are like, Jackie, you loud. Yeah, I am. Let me tell you why I'm super excited about this video. I'm super excited for two reasons. Because I'm going to talk about something that I absolutely love and adore, and two, this is my actual last recording for 2016. What's today's date? Today is, what is this, the 20th of December? Or the 19th? I think it's the 19th, whatever. So it's the 19th of December, okay? And this is going to be my actual last recording of the year. I'm taking a break. All of us need a break, y'all. You know, and I'm going to come back in 2017 with a bang, okay? So, but I do already have previously recorded videos, so you're going to see me throughout the end of 2016, but this is my last physical I'm sitting down in front of my tablet recording, okay? So I'm super excited about that. But the main reason for this video is because a few of my beautifuls reached out to me, and if y'all rock with me on Instagram, I keep trying to tell y'all, follow me on Instagram. ImJustJackie. Follow me on Instagram. You'll see more of me. You'll hear more of me. Okay? And, yeah. If you want more of I'm Just Jackie, that's definitely one place to get it. Okay? Because I post up there every day, a few times a day. I might take a break one day out the week. So, anywho, but I have a thing on Instagram that I call Podcast Tuesday. So, every Tuesday, when I do my little morning video, I do a shout out to my podcast family. I call them my podcast family because that's what they are. They're my podcast family, my pod squad, pod posse, pod in color. We all win. If you rock with me on Instagram, you already know what I'm talking about. Okay? So I had a couple of beautiful say, hey Jackie, I would love to listen, but I don't know, I don't know what a podcast is. I don't know how to listen. I don't know where to go. So, ting, this is what this video is about today, okay? So, let me tell you how I got into podcasts. Because I'm like the beautifuls that was reaching out to me. I ain't never heard of no podcast. I didn't know what it was. And my homegirl, my chica, Cece, she was like, yo, do you listen to Baby Boy podcast? And I'm like, I don't even know what a podcast is. She was like, go to SoundCloud. I'm like, what's SoundCloud? Go to Sound. She told me how to get there. She go to SoundCloud and type in Baby Boy podcast, and it'll pull it right up. She was like, yo, they crazy, they hilarious, they funny. So I was like, all right, boom. I did that, and the rest is history. So y'all are probably like, what is SoundCloud? All right, SoundCloud is an app you can download on your if you have an Android, you can go right to your Play Store. You can type in SoundCloud, and that's what I'm about to do. And my phone is low on battery charge. And this is what it looks like. And you can see mine's already installed. So you install SoundCloud, and when it finishes uploading or downloading or whatever, it's gonna look like so. And you're gonna have like a little search bar, and you can start. You can go by genre or whatever, or if you even know some of these podcast names, you can just type it in, like Baby Boy Podcast. You type in Baby Boy Podcast. Well, they already in my and it pulls up like this. And but let me tell you what. Well, hold on, pause on that. I'll pause on that for a second. So that's SoundCloud. They do have a version of SoundCloud that they try to get you to pay for. Don't do it. There's no need for it unless you feel like there's a purpose for it. Okay. So I like to listen from my laptop or my desktop when I'm at work. If you follow me on Instagram, again, y'all know I stay plugged in at work, okay, with my little earbuds, and I'm grooving for the day. So, you do it from your laptop, it's a piece of cake. You can log into your Google account, and then you go to soundcloud.com, boom, opens up, you should be automatically logged in because you're logged into your Google account. Because your SoundCloud is connected to your Google account. Your Google account, okay? So, but I'll listen from my phone, and you can also comment from your phone. But it's so for me. To me, it's more convenient for me to sit at my desktop or laptop and listen. Because when you start listening to these podcasts and they get into the different topics and they're talking about this and that and the third, you can comment. You can literally type and hit enter and put a comment. And for those podcasts who are on their game, they do respond. Now, they ain't going to sit there and respond to everything that you're saying. Because sometimes I'm not even saying nothing. I'm just laughing my ass off. Literally, LMAO. Let them know that what they just said was funny as F. Okay? So, but for the most part, they recognize you. They let you know they seen your comment. And blah, 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 so on and so forth. Okay. So, if you don't have an Android and you have an iPhone, you can listen from iTunes. Now, everybody knows what iTunes is. Now, here's the kicker for me. Now, I was at my desktop, and I try. And when you're listening from SoundCloud, there's a little iTunes icon, cause I would like to rate them on iTunes too, because it's like iTunes is different from SoundCloud. It's something, something a little bit more different on iTunes with the recognition and the 5-star ratings and all, you get to rate them and all that stuff and everything, right? So, but I tried, and it was making me like log into my iTunes account, which I do have, but I don't use it. I don't use it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna figure it out, because I want to go rate my people on iTunes too, because that helps them out a lot. Okay. So now, y'all might still be saying, Jackie, I'm not getting the SoundCloud thingy. I'm not getting the iTunes thingy. But there are other apps that you can listen to these podcasts on. I want to say one is Stitcher. Oh my gosh, and my brain just went blank. But Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes are like the main ones that stick out in my head. Okay, but let me tell you something that's even cooler, y'all. If you don't get the SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, and the other apps you can go to listen to podcasts, some of them actually have a YouTube channel. Yes, they have a YouTube channel. Okay, so that means you do what you're doing right now. You watching me. You can go click on their little YouTube channel, and you can listen, because they'll upload the podcast to YouTube, and all you just do is click play and listen. Now there's no video footage, okay? There's no video footage. And you know what? How dare I? I didn't even say what a podcast was. Okay, oh my God. I'm all over the place because I'm like super duper excited. Alright, so let me tell you what a podcast is to me. A podcast is to me, it's like a radio station, but it's not syndicated like a radio station. The majority of these podcasts do not have sponsors. Sponsoring their shows. It's free reign, so they can say whatever they want to say, do whatever they want to do, and there's nobody that can sit there and say, I'm going to yank your show off, because they're going to be violating their their amendment, the civil rights or whatever. Did I say civil rights? Is that right, y'all? Somebody correct me. Y'all know what I'm saying. What is it? Freedom of press, baby. Okay? So, and freedom of speech. I'm talking about press. Shit. Jackie, get it together. Okay? So, give me a second. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Freedom of speech. So, anywho, that's what a podcast is to me. It ain't like you can turn on the radio and boom, they're there. Like I said, there's certain platforms you can find them. Some of the podcasts actually have their websites, okay? Like, they'll have a website. Like, there's this one podcast I listen to. It's called the Podcast Brothers. So I believe their website is podcastbrothers.com or thepodcastbrothers.com. And you can go to their site and you can listen to their episodes right there on their website. So there's so many convenient ways to listen to the podcast. You just got to get to the root and then go from there. Because I'm telling you right now, I had no clue what a podcast was or anything. And then once I got on SoundCloud, I was rocking and rolling. And y'all like, Jackie, you listen to so many. How did you? I'm going to tell you how. Did you just hear me say, I came up here to talk about my podcast family? I came up here to talk about my podcast family. Let me tell you, let's get this thing popping. Podcast family. Like I said, my girl hit me up. You listen to Baby Boy podcast? I didn't know what it was. So, again, I went up there. I started listening to the Baby Boy podcast. She was like, yo, my boy John, he about to do a podcast. And he's been on Baby Boy podcast a couple of times. I said, okay. So, John from the John Effect, he dropped his podcast. I started listening to his podcast. And then John dropped his. Then I started listening to Kenya Talks. Excuse me. Because of John. Okay? And then I started listening to The Wind Down. I started listening to Too Uncool. I started listening to 3 Drunken Nights. I started listening to A Roast on Chicken. And then, you know, so on and so forth. There's a starting 5 in this podcast family, but it keeps snowballing and snowballing, and they all have love for one another. They all shout each other out on each one of their podcasts, and it's just snowballing from there. I will say this. I'm following podcasts that's in the podcast family that I ain't even got to yet, okay? But they're there, and I'm going to listen to them. But here's the thing. I'm just trying to get caught up on my other podcast first before I jump into another. So, but trust and believe, I'm Just Jackie is in the podcast world, even though I ain't got no podcast. But I communicate. I stay engaged with them, okay? And I love it so much, okay? So, this is what I'm Just Jackie is going to do. I'm Just Jackie is going to, if they have a YouTube channel, like the ones that I have in heavy rotation, if they have a YouTube channel, I'm going to leave their YouTube channel in the description box below. I'm going to leave their because I do SoundCloud. So I'm going to leave their SoundCloud links in the description box below. So again, excuse me, obviously you have a Google account because you wouldn't be on YouTube if you didn't have a Google account. So you got a Google account, all you got to do is go to SoundCloud, log in with your Google account info. Whatever your email address is and your password, that's what you're going to do and get the rocking from there. And go follow me. Follow excuse me, y'all. Follow I'm Just Jackie, and I believe it's actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave my SoundCloud in the description box below also. So you go follow me, and then you'll see all my peoples that I follow and listen to on SoundCloud. Like I said, some of them I have not touched yet, but they're there. But you will see my starting lineup, my hardcore podcast family that I've been talking to you about, all right? And again, I hope this helps my beautifuls that was asking about it. I'm just going to run down my podcast family. If I leave anybody out, please don't be mad. I love all of y'all, and y'all know y'all in my rotation. But I'm just going to go ahead and, y'all know I'm going to start with my babies, my boos. Hey, Baby Boy Podcast. Love you, BB1 and BB2. Shout out to my boo, John from the John Effect. Baby girl, to Kenya Talks. The Wind Down. We Come From Queens. 3 Drunken Nights. 2 Uncool. Drama Dupree. The Podcast Brothers. How can I forget my girls from Talk It Out? Now, I'm going to tell y'all, good morning, beautiful. Babies, I'm coming to y'all soon. Y'all is in there, but I have not got y'all in my rotation yet. But the podcast queens. How can I forget the podcast queens? But like I said, just to name a few. I love you all. Mwah. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. I love coming up there listening to y'all, engaging with y'all. every week. I might be behind on some of y'all, but y'all know Jackie tries her best to pop in there once a week on all y'all. Okay? So, beautifuls, go check out SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever the case may be. Like I said, YouTube. I will leave some of their, if they got a YouTube, I'm going to leave the links down there. And I hope this helps. And I hope y'all get excited about podcasts as much as I am, okay? Oh, let me say this about podcasts. Like I said, some of them don't have sponsorships, but some of these bigger podcasters do, okay? Because it's a platform. It's a way. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all the podcasters out there doing their thing. I know they're doing it for love and whatever. And if they blow up and become popular down the road, hey, more power to you, baby. So keep doing y'all things. I love all y'all, and I'm going to be listening to more and more. And until the next video, beautifuls, deuces. Bye, podcast family. Mwah!